This is the split stance landmine press with a yielding bias. So what we're gonna do is get a barbell and put it either in, some gyms have one of these landmine attachments you can put within a plate itself, or if you don't have one of those, you can take a towel, roll it up on the end of a barbell, put it in the corner, and that way it'll replicate pretty much the same exact thing. Now we're gonna need to get far enough away from the end of the barbell to a point where it's comfortable for us. It's gonna vary depending on your limb lengths and how tall or short you are. So for Jacob, right about there is ideal because he can make sure his elbow's starting pointing down at the ground and his wrist is stacked over his forearm. It's not cocked to one direction or the other. Now we have the left foot back because the left arm is pressing. So we have the left toes in line with the right foot midfoot, so it's just a half a step. We're gonna have about 2/3 of our weight on our left foot, our left heel in particular, keeping the whole foot flat though. And on the right side, we're gonna keep about the other third of our weight on our right foot arch, not dumping the foot in, just feeling those pressures within the inner heel up to about the ball of the foot right there. The last thing we wanna make sure is we have an even pelvis with the ground. So you don't want the pelvis to be spilled too far in the front or the back if it was a bowl of water. We want it nice and neutral with the ground. So you can play around with the last thing we want to do is make sure our pelvis is in a neutral position. So if it was a bowl of water, we don't want it spilled out the front or the back. We want it nice and neutral with the ground. So you can play around with it a little bit, maybe film yourself to make sure it's in a good position. Now we're going to maintain those foot pressures and we're going to maintain our eyes at the horizon, reaching that right arm straight ahead. And that is going to turn our sternum to the left a little bit. You're gonna feel that scapula move away from the right spine just a little bit. Now, Jacob is going to press that left arm straight ahead and slightly up. And he's gonna maintain that sternum and pelvis slightly turned towards the left side. Just a little bit, don't overdo it. And then we're gonna inhale through our nose and come back. And then go again. Again, we don't want the left hand to pass the right palm because if he does that, he's gonna turn his sternum to the right side. We don't want that to happen. So we're making sure we're maintaining that position and he's slightly turned left at all times. Again, making sure that he's not flaring his rib cage. The two most common mistakes first is being too close in your setup, and now you're going to really need to lean in order to press that arm overhead. It's not gonna feel comfortable. The other one is being too far away. So if he's too far away, he's gonna have to lean in the other direction, and then he's going to probably need to flare his rib cage as he comes up in order to get that full extension. So we don't want that. We wanna find that happy medium. Play around with what feels comfortable for you. You should be able to maintain a good stack. So let's show him a good one there, Jacob. Yep, it should be to the point where he keeps his head over his rib cage, over his pelvis, getting that full reach at the end, but not to the point where it passes the other side. So keeping that sternum and pelvis slightly turned towards that backside is imperative.